Hi there, Perfecto Castro here and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. For those new here, I am a professional guitarist. My ongoing career has already spanned over 30 years. If you Google the term Filipino guitarist, I am one of the top results, and from there you can learn all about me from my website, my Wikipedia page, and all my social media. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your cheap guitar sound expensive using just your fingers. This is the third of a trilogy of videos featuring this Glarry GTL guitar. In the first video, I unboxed it and gave my first impressions. In the second video, I walked you through a full guitar setup to improve its sound and playability. Now that the guitar is all set up, in this video, we will work on the other half of the sonic equation, our finger tone. And thanks to the wonderful comments on both videos, I learned that the best value that I could give for all you viewers is to share playing tips and advice so that you'll be able to pull out the best sounds out of your instrument. We'll be focusing on 4 elements: tuning, touch, attack, and intuition. But before we begin, I owe you guys a direct comparison between this $89 Glarry GTL guitar and my handmade $3,000 Shabbat Lion Standard. To even out the playing field, I'll be plugging them both into my Headrush gig board, set to a lightly overdriven amp setting. So what do you guys think? Did you hear a difference? And which one did you like better? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Tuning. Nothing screams cheap guitar more than a guitar that is out of tune. It doesn't matter how expensive or how boutique your instrument is. If it is played out of tune, even the most casual listeners will be given a bad impression. Now, aside from using a tuner, we need to train our ears to recognize good intonation. And what I listen for is a smooth sound. Right now, I knocked my first string out of tune from the other strings. Now, I'm going to play an E note on the second string and compare that with the open first string. That is the sound of 2 strings vibrating at different wavelengths. So what you need to do is to adjust your tuning so that both strings vibrate at the same length. And the closer in tune you get, the slower that vibration gets. And you get a smoother sound. And when you get to the point where the sound is really smooth and there isn't any hint of any vibrations, then you are perfectly in tune. It should also sound that you are playing just one string, even though you're picking two separate strings. And from there, you can check the different intervals. Here's your unison. Here's your octave. Here's your fifth. Here's your fourth. Here's your third. And everything should sound smooth and pleasing to the ear. This awareness for intonation is what allows seasoned players to compensate for poorly set up guitars or strings that are stretching out of tune. Now let's say in the middle of a song, my third string goes out of tune. And I'm the only guitar player in the band and I can't just stop playing to tune up. So I have two options. First is that I avoid the third string entirely and play my parts on the remaining strings. Now the second option is that I can keep playing the string, but I have to bend it and massage it in tune. I can also wait for a chance within the song to play open strings so that I can reach for the tuner with my left hand and give it a quick turn. Touch. The next important element is the player's touch. A guitar sounds cheap when the music played on it sounds labored or stumbling. And more often than not, the cause of that is fretting the strings with excessive force. Now, in the beginning, we tend to mash our fingers down so that we don't get any string buzz. However, as you get more comfortable fretting the strings and as your fingertips harden, you'll find that you don't need that much effort and force to push the string down and get a good sound. Excessive force also pushes the strings out of tune, which could explain why some chords sound off even though your tuner tells you that your strings are perfectly in tune. So focus on getting a good sound using the least amount of effort. If you're fretting a string and you can see the whites underneath your fingernails, then yes, you're pressing too hard. Now here's a relaxation exercise to get you started. So press a string like you normally do. And then reset. Press it again, but this time try to use half the amount of effort that you previously did. You'll find that you'll still get a good sound out of that. And from there, keep cutting the effort in half. And at this point, you will start to feel less tension in your hand as you're playing the strings. Now, when you've lightened your touch enough that you start hearing string buzz, go back to the effort right before that. Then you'll have found just how much effort you need to press down the string and produce a good sound. Now you get to repeat the same process with your other fingers. Now that you're holding less tension in your hands, you'll find that music will flow better performance-wise. Plus, you get the added benefits of better intonation and getting to play for longer periods of time without hurting your hands. Attack. The way we attack the strings is also a big influence on the sound that we produce. Pushing the string in towards the guitar top gives you a more fundamental tone with body. Now, picking sideways or even pulling the string up and snapping it back brings out more of the high-end upper partials. Knowing these mechanics gives you sort of an EQ control that's already built into your hands. And adjusting the way you attack the strings allows you to either cut or emphasize different aspects of your guitar tone. And finally, intuition. This is the player's instinct that is acquired through experience. Early on in my playing years, I made it one of my goals to make every guitar that I get to play sound the best that it can. And what that meant was playing music that was appropriate for the guitar tones that I had to work with. For warm dark tones, I tend to play singing lines and pretty chords. And for bright tones, I usually go for stinging blues licks and funky chord stabs. Maybe even country as chicken picking. Mismatching tone and playing styles can lead to interesting new things, but that can be hard to grasp for the casual listener. Now let's compare these two clips where I play the Glarry and the Shabbat over a backing track. Shabbat's tone has a beautiful balance of body and clarity, so I found myself playing less notes and sustaining the juicy ones for the listener to enjoy. I played a lot more notes on the Glarry because of the thin, bright sound, which does not lend itself well to sustained notes. I also played a lot of stop and go phrases to minimize the effect of the tinny tone to the listener. Both are certainly valid stylistic approaches that are directly influenced by the guitars themselves. So developing your own player's intuition will help you showcase the best qualities of your guitar, regardless of where it was built or how much it costs. For me personally, guitars like the Glarry GTL require a lot more work and effort, both setup and playing wise, so that I can use it as a tool for my career. Whereas with boutique guitars like my Shabbat, I don't have to sweat over every little detail and I can just focus on making music the best I can. And that is what justifies the price difference between beginner and boutique instruments. Okay, there you have it. That is how to make your cheap guitar sound expensive using just your fingers. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And again, if you want to check out the Glarry GTL or even buy one for yourself, stop by the video description for the link to the Glarry website. Now, I also read some viewers asking me to modify and upgrade this Glarry GTL. So if that is still something that you all want me to make a video of, let me know in the comments, and if there's enough interest, I will make it happen. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you will know whenever I release new videos. Now go play your guitar. You all know the drill. Practice makes perfecto. Cheers, guys.